All right. Today is Monday, October 1st. And man, I tell you what, September was a pretty interesting month, especially when I'm working in a landscaping company. So, uh, today's video, I'm going to be making the September reading wrap up. What do you like about this book and all the good stuff. So, So every month I read 5 books, 3 physical books, and 2 Kindle books. So I'm gonna do the physical book first. The first book I read in September is what's called Hermeneutics: Principles and Processes of Biblical Interpretation. Um, Now this is a some type of textbook about hermeneutics, but it's still worth it. As a preacher, it is this book is going to be very very helpful to interpret the scriptures and to apply the scriptures into our lives. Um, and and the author is Henry A. Callagher and Kennelly. It's you can read this, but here the authors. I think these are published by Baker's Academics. But yeah, this book is pretty amazing. It does have like chapter summaries. Talk about John Calvin, post Reformation exegesis, Lutheran, the medieval exegesis, and basically the history of biblical interpretation. It goes from historical analysis, special literary form, applying scripture. See here, theological analysis, and yeah, this is a pretty good book to read if you are a preacher or a preacher, evangelist, um, a prophet, apostle, a highly or people who want to learn hermeneutics. I highly recommend you buy this book. You can get this on Amazon. Hermeneutics: Principles of Processes of Biblical Interpretation. This is one of my favorite books. Next, I read Crazy Love by Francis Chan, and I like Francis Chan's sermon. Yeah. Francis was a founding pastor of Cornerstone Church in Simi Valley, California. Written other books as well, and he also sits on the board of directors of Child's Hunger Fund and World Impact. Um, yeah, I really, really like this book. Now, this was a gift from a friend of mine at church. I read it. I think this is my third time reading this book, and I tell you, every time I read this book, it really inspires me to really have that reckless love towards the Lord, and how much that He has changed my life in the past few years. But I highly recommend reading this book. Now, this is pretty amazing. This is the the 5 level of leadership by John C. Maxwell. Maxwell is one of the top professionals of of leadership. Uh, Define leadership is position. Number two, permission. Number three, uh, production. Number four, people development. And five, um, fancy, as you may call it. But yeah, so this book is pretty lengthy, but it goes in greater detail of all five of the levels. And it really inspires me to be a leader, in my family, or my future family, a small church, or a small business. I really want to become a small business owner in the future, and so this is one of my big recommendations for those who are CEOs, pastors, apostles, and he also is a minister as well, uh, preaching sermons about leadership in churches as well. So yeah, I gotta recommend this book. All right, so the two books that I have from my Kindle, I have the Kindle White. It's called "The War in Your Head" by Bill Johnson. It's right here by Bill Johnson. It was a pretty interesting book. Now I'm not a the new apostolic movement or whatnot, but I got some interesting points. But I don't fully agree with Bill Johnson's teachings. It's kind of awkward and weird, but again, it's yeah. And I read a biography about Elon Musk by Ashley Vincent. This is the new and updated materials. This is kind of a lengthy book, but it's pretty awesome. Um, how Elon Musk built a company with PayPal, Tesla, and SpaceX. Recently, I saw a notification on my phone saying, or I can't remember, but it says that Elon Musk resigned for some reason, and it's sad. He's I think one of the billionaires that is still alive today. So that's all I got for today, folks. Hope that you really enjoy. Um, and if you want more of doing TBRs, book hauls, um, reading wrap up, feel free to comment down below if you want more. So may God bless you, and I'll see you again later.